Mwamburi, a quick one.
Okay.
I got some few questions here. We are Sistipod. We need answers. We plead or ninya. We are demanding today answers. So give 4 ways, 2 illegal and 2 legal ways to earn money.
Okay. 2 legal ways
and 2 legal.
2 illegal.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me start with the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal. 2 illegal ways. Number 1 is stealing money. Number 2, it is printing money. I mean, photocopying. Legal is working for yourself.
Working for yourself, how? Personal employment,
like entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah. And then personal employment, or that's like white collar. I mean blue collar. And then the white collar, which is employment.
So we say entrepreneurship and sole proprietorship.
Yes, that's in blue collar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have noted hizo mbili. Sasa why are these 2 illegal? They're stealing money and they produce of counterfeit money. Why do they still bring money? And they are illegal.
Okay, that's a nice question. Okay, they bring money because it's cheating in a way. You know, to lure your own lust for getting something. Yeah, it's a cheating mode, something of that sort. Like counterfeit, people can cheat even in love, so that they can get whatever they want from a relationship or whatever. So it's like a cheating stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Let us not make you dig a lot.
Sorry,
Think more. Okay. Let me go to the next question.
Okay.
And do you believe that one can survive without earning money?
One can survive without earning money.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
According to your personal belief, our personal belief is not strong. We respect your own decision at first. Your decision is highly respected on this interview. Sasa,
being a Christian, I remember there's a place even Jesus was asked by the authority to give tax to the government.
Yeah.
So I think Jesus then could not survive without money. Even when we look to the churches and to so many religions and governments, I believe no. I mean, you cannot survive without money.
You cannot survive without money.
Yeah.
And so there's another question here, though it was not on the topic, but it is just being generated by the last question.
Okay.
I mean, do you join hands that if you put your job or your source of income in front, or in the first place, then God to be the second person? Do you if you put God after your source of income, is it true that our God of jealousy will end up deleting your source of income so that you may be poor and look for him?
That question is a tricky one. That makes, if any of the answers will make people doubt of God, because okay, let me explain something. Like if I say yes, that will mean that God is so mean that he just wants it for himself, while he's the one who has given him the job. Like watchmen don't go to church sometimes because of job.
Yeah, okay.
Some soldiers.
Sorry to cut through.
Sorry. Okay.
Before you had a job, did you had time for God, or whom was first, God or the job, before you had the job?
Before I had a job,
yeah,
I didn't have a job, so I had God. I mean,
you had God.
God
so first. God was first.
Yeah.
So this God is the one who has given you this job.
Yeah.
And he became the second.
Okay.
Yeah? Can you try to get onto those shoes?
Okay.
How you will feel the jealousy. You see. So I think, without further argument, it's just that you need to still maintain him to be same. A quick one.
Okay.
Between you looking for God while you are poor, or looking for God while you have everything, you are just at a rest. Which one do you recommend to your personal life?
Okay.
Huh? Is it the problems to make you look for God, or when everything is at its place, you just take a sip of something you wish or you like, and life is really, really flowing, and you look for God? Which one do you recommend in your life?
Is there a choice to say both? I mean,
No, there's no both. You need to choose one.
okay, I would rather say both, but okay, looking for God.
Why both?
I mean, God is always there. Why both? Because even in times of trouble, He's there. He's the one maybe who has allowed it so that you may learn something.
So I think
that is mean.
I think you haven't gotten my question.
Okay.
The question was between the troublesome time or the difficult times,
Yes.
that's they push you at the corner till you start looking for God to solve the problems or to remove you from that. And the good times that you don't have any problem, things are flowing, everything is just okay. Which situation is better for you to look for God?
When things are okay.
When things are okay.
Yeah.
And is it are you saying the truth that when you say that when things are okay you look for God more than when things are bad?
Yes. Why do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, I want you to say to us, is it when things are okay that you look for God more, or when things are bad, are worsening? When you try this door, nothing, this one, nothing. Or when you try this door, everything just flow. Which situation you do look for God more?
For the sake of
Yourself.
reality.
Not reality, yourself.
I mean, on personal basis. When things are worsening, it's when, I'm more.
You humble.
Very humble. Looking for God. It doesn't mean that I'm not thankful. I'm grateful of what I've become, but
so when things are worsening.
Yeah, when things are worsening.
But when things are flowing,
I'll be thankful.
Just
I'm
times
just
that.
grateful. Not that I'm not looking for. That's why I said, can I have a choice for both?
But I wanted, and that's why I insisted on.
Okay, you're being tricky.
Which one?
You're being tricky.
Yeah, when it becomes worsening. So your answer is just that when things are more worsening, you look for God, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to share something.
Okay.
So you're told that you need to stay input or to stay careful, so that God will not allow the situations to worsen you, so that His presence may be seen on you. Are you getting something? So what you need to learn is to look for Him more while things are flowing, so that His presence will be showing upon you when your things are flowing. But when your things are worsening, He's trying to make them to start to flow, so that He'll show His presence on you. Because some people, when God notices that this guy akikosa pesa kidogo, hata magoti ananipigia. So huyu hii wiki nimnyorosha, atanipigia magoti. So full week napitia maisha hapo, napigwa na baridi, napigwa na maisha, napigwa na njaa. Ni kuuliza tu Mungu tu, why? Kumbe anataka tu mrudia. So it's better you create a relationship that when things are good, are really flowing, ndio sasa you communicate with God a lot than when things are worsening. When things are worsening, you just meditate with God and tell Him, I know God, according from your scripture, you say that some bad things happen so that you will be seen in those things. So when you come with that scripture, you are winning. Okay, let's go to the last question.
Okay.
Which is the main difference between the old generation, which survived without finance, and the current one? Which is the main difference between the old generation, which survived without, and the current one based on finance? Like what I'm trying to say, kitambo people did not use money.
Okay.
Hata tukitoa the barter trade, because unajua utanijibu na swali ambayo utaniambia you bring money I give you donkeys. No, before barter trade they did not survive with money. But nowadays people do survive with money a lot. Hadi ukitaka kutoa dowry unaambiwa tu leta 2,000,000 hapa hivi tumemalizana. Mambo ya ng'ombe peleka butcher. You see.
Okay, I guess the main difference is the shift of value. I mean, nowadays even human beings do not have much value compared to how valuable money is. Like back then, one will help the other one freely. I mean, you'll have a free will to help someone because of love, because of humanity. But nowadays, you'll rather help someone who is rich because you see it's a win-win thing. I mean,
True.
because of money.
True. You see,
So I
it will
think
come back.
the value of humanity back then and now differs, because back then there was more of into sociology, humanity, utopian thing like that. But nowadays there's more of disparity and selfishness. You know, the value changed from humanity to worth it to money wise. That is, yeah.
I agree with you.
Thank you. At least that one I got it. Yeah, that's a tricky one, but it's a nice one. Nice observation.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Let's say the show was superb or was great.
Thank you for hosting me.